What's up, fam? It is your boy James R. Davis Sr. coming to you live on a Tuesday. What's up, man? It's your boy James R. Davis Sr. I'm in the building. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live. Got a couple of rules real quick. If you are seeing this live, I need you to type a 1. If you are watching the replay, I need you to type in replay. And if this is your first time seeing my live, please type new below. So type new below if you're watching this for the first time on my timeline. And if you're watching this live, I need you to type 1 for me. Type 1 for me and let me know where you guys are chiming in from. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, depending on what part of the country or world you're in. Good morning. So if you guys are watching this live, type 1 below. If I can be heard okay. I need to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. Type that 1 for me. I'll give you guys a chance to do that, and I'll give Facebook the opportunity to do its thing. We'll just build up the audience. We're going to talk a little bit about this. You guys see the caption up above, right? What's up, part of that? So if you're watching this live, I need you to type a 1 for me. I need you to type in the number 1. Again, type in the number 1. If you're catching this replay, I need you to type replay. Type replay below. And if you are a new viewer of mine, I need you to type in new below. I'm pretty sure most people are at work. It's about almost 1 o'clock Central Standard Time here. And I'm going to be talking about a few things on this afternoon. Now I'm not going to shut up about it. It's too powerful. You guys see the caption up above, right? Who needs a raise on their job? New from New Orleans. New. She's new. What's up, Miss Van Con? Let me see if I can pronounce that. Connigan? Is that how you pronounce your name? Connigan from New Orleans. New Orleans, y'all showed out last night in the football game, man. Shouts out to the Who Dat Nation. What up? So once again, if you're watching this live, I need you to type 1. Type in the city and state that you're watching from. If you are watching the replay, I need you to type replay. And if you are a new follower, a new viewer, I need you to type new below. So thank you, Miss New Orleans, for joining my live. I'm going to be probably about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to make sure I watch the time as I talk about this morning. And you guys see the caption up above, right? Who needs a raise? Who needs a raise? Like, who that, right? Who needs a raise on their job, man, without asking your boss? Who needs a raise without asking your boss? Some of you guys may be asking, how in the world is that possible, James? I've been on my job 10 years. You can't just get a raise on your job without asking your boss. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We're going to be talking very briefly about that. I don't know how many of you guys have been following me and how long you've been following me, but I've been posting a lot of proof of that. And you can definitely like my fan page. Credit and Financial Success with James R. Davis Sr. All the proof is over there. You can see all the proof in the world. Who needs their credit scores increasing? Shouts out to my brother Marcus Jones, man, who took action a couple of months ago, actually, and he is fastly approaching 800 score. Right now, he's at 796. So shouts out to Marcus Jones, man. Just look right below this live. A couple of scroll downs, you can see that. Congratulations to Marcus. Also, while this thing builds up the audience, real quick, tonight we're going to be in Detroit, Michigan tonight. The Millionaire Society is going to be bringing you the Detroit Cash Flow Tuesdays, 7 o'clock tonight in Detroit. It's going to be at the Doubletree, Dearborn, 5801 South Field, Dearborn, Michigan. It's like on the outskirts of Detroit. We got some incredible speakers. We're going to be out there tonight. So if you're in the Detroit marketplace, if you're in Detroit, definitely want to be in the building, go ahead and text 901-300-0573. 901-300-0573. Text I'm there. Text I'm there to 901-300-0573 so we can reserve your seating. It's going to be packed. This thing is definitely sweeping all across this country. People are just not going to continue to see other people show proof that their checks have increased on their jobs. They're not going to keep watching that, okay? People are going to definitely be participating in that, okay? So, and you're not going to continue to watch us help people get their credit scores up. I've been showing proof since June, okay? It is now October, right? June, July, August, September, October, 4 months. And I just really want to congratulate everybody that's gotten started with us, that's jumped into this thing and applied the first strategy, which is your W-4 adjustment. That's how you can get a raise on your job, folks, without asking your boss. A lot of you been working on your job 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Some of you have had kids. Some of you have gotten married, and you have not revisited your W-4 form like the IRS tells you to on that form. Okay, so your financial situation changes by starting a business. Yep, you start a business for $47.90. Believe it or not, you know, 16 years ago when I found out that people could invest a very low amount of money to start a business, I was excited about that. You know why? Because I was single, no kids. I was managing a title-owned company, making about $60,000 a year. But my check didn't reflect that. You know, my bring home pay, I was being taxed to death. How many of y'all can relate to that? How many of you guys can relate to being taxed to death, man? Type in number 5 if you are just, you look at your check and you be like, oh my God, this is just, you know, the net and the gross is different. Like, you're looking at your check like, man, this is gross. Like, this is gross, right? So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. You know, when you look at your checks, you know, you make $60,000 like I was on my job, but you don't bring home $60,000. Okay, you bring home 42, 45, something like that, because of the tax bracket that you're in. Okay, because of the tax bracket that you're in. And it's funny, somebody inboxed me and said, man, what you mean ain't nobody a boss because you receive W-2? Well, you know, sometimes I just like to pull at you guys, you know what I'm saying, and piss a few of you off. But that's actually a fact. You know, you're not a boss if you are a W-2 employee. You can have the mindset of a boss all you want, but at the end of the day, if you're a W-2 employee, you're not a boss, okay? There is a difference. Trust me, there's a huge, huge difference. Tax bracket difference. It's the big difference between being a boss and being a W-2. So it's simple though. It's real simple, man. You invest into a business, right? And you are a sole proprietor. You are a boss, okay? You are officially a boss at that point. And you know, you have the ability to boss up and go out here and put other bosses on. And to me, that is extremely powerful. See, anybody can become successful in their career. I think, to me, that's selfish. Don't get me wrong. I salute everybody who is successful in their career, doctors, lawyers, teachers, you know, police officers, firemen, whatever, right? Whatever your career is, you're successful in it. I salute you, okay? We need you, all right? But at the same time, I feel that true significant success is when you create success ors. When you have become successful and you can turn around and you can teach other people how to become successful. That's what I call significant success, okay? Anybody can decide to go to school, get a good education, go out, get a good job, and become successful with their own lives. You know, that's easy. That's pretty easy to do, right? But when you start leaving nuggets, when you start dropping nuggets along the way, well, other people can pick up those nuggets and they can become extremely successful as well. To me, that's what I call significant success. And that's what I've been doing for the past 16 years, helping a lot of people make money. I'm a documented 6-figure ring earner, okay, in this industry. look through my pictures, you guys can see the 6-figure ring. We've helped about 25 other people earn the 6-figure ring. 4 have earned the $1 million ring. And, you know, to me, that is extremely significant. That's extremely significant to be able to contribute to that and help other people reach those levels of success, you know, while keeping their jobs. Speaking of jobs, folks, let me share something with you guys, because a lot of you are about to do something over these next few weeks that you know, I wouldn't recommend you do. But hey, if that's all we know to do, then that's all we know to do, and that is going out and get a seasonal part-time job. Here's why I don't recommend nobody go out and get a seasonal part-time job. One, you're investing more time away from the things that you would rather be doing. Okay. Number two, you killing yourself in taxes. Okay, you're killing yourself in taxes. You know, it's just not smart. It's just not smart. Not smart to do that, man. But hey, if that's all we know to do, and if that's what you choose to do, go right on ahead. You know, go right on ahead to get that part-time job. What I advise, what I've always advised people to do, because see, you're a W-2. If you go get another job, that's another W-2. You still in the highest tax bracket. You still got bills. You still got food that you buy. You still, you know, you go out to eat. You know, you got cars, right? Trucks. You got a mortgage. You got rent. You know, what sense does it make to not be able to write these things off and deduct these things and deduct your lifestyle? To me, that makes more sense, right? Makes more sense. Now think about this for a second. On a part-time job, most people are going to average about anywhere from $2, maybe $500. $2 to maybe $500, right? Part-time. I want you to understand something. Do you realize adjusting your W-4 puts that money back into your check on your number one job? You understand that? We have people literally learning the strategy, the first strategy, bringing in $1,100 into their paycheck per month. What could you do with an extra $1,100 a month in your paycheck? I want you to really think about that. Okay, so sure in the hell beats going out and getting a part-time job. Okay, so again, if you're watching this, if I can be heard properly, if you're watching this live, I need you to type 1. Everybody, I need you to type 1 for me, okay? A 1, just type 1 for me. And if you're catching this recording, this replay, I need you to type replay below, and I would appreciate that, okay? And if you're new watching this, you've never watched one of my lives, then I need you to type new for me. I would appreciate that. Give me some feedback, work with me on this, okay? I would appreciate it, because I'm always sharing value, and I want to make sure I know who's watching and who my audience is, and so I can get back to a lot of you. If you want more information about this, man, listen, all you got to simply do, guys, is like this video, share this video, okay? Like this video, share this video, and comment more info, okay? Comment more info. If it makes sense to you, if it makes sense to you, all right? To me, it makes sense to pay less taxes. To me, it makes sense to invest into yourself, right? To me, it makes sense to invest into yourself. I'm going to tell you how, Lillian. That's my cousin, y'all. I'm going to tell you how it makes sense to me. It don't make sense if you got a full-time job. You go out and get a part-time job. Again, why are you spending more time away from the things that you would rather be doing? You're still killing yourself in taxes, right? It makes more sense to invest $47.90 into yourself, okay? To you and your family, right? Boom, right there, you just gave yourself a raise. You just gave yourself a raise, okay? Think about that. You just gave yourself a raise. I just realized what that said. It said new, not how. That's my cousin, like new. My eyes are getting bad. When you get past 40, man, your eyes start tripping, right? So it makes sense to invest $47.90 and then you bring that money right back in your check. See, a lot of you guys, you're overpaying your taxes all year. You're literally overpaying your taxes all year. Taxes is killing people. Do you realize that's your number one expense? You understand that? Do you guys also understand that the biggest killer of your money is inflation? We call it the silent killer. Think about this. I'm 45, right? 20 years ago, well, probably 25 years ago, right? I used to walk to the store, grab some now laters for 10 cents, okay? When I started driving around 15, 16, 17 years old, I used to go to the gas station and get some gas for 99 cents. You know, that's the quickest way that you can identify with inflation. Go to the gas pump. You know, that tells you right there that inflation is constantly going up. And here's the problem with that. When inflation goes up every year, wages are staying the same. I know people that have been on their jobs 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and they haven't even got a dollar raise yet. You understand what I'm saying? So, and people want to get paid for their work. They want to get paid. They want to make money. They want to earn more money. But if all we know to do is go back to school in our 30s, not learning a specific skill set, just going to get a freaking piece of paper that a company requires for you to have, and then they pay you $10 an hour, $11 an hour, right? You got a $30,000 degree, right? But you're making these jobs that require you to have a bachelor's and do backflips, and now they're starting to check your credit. Like, what the hell does my credit got to do with a job? You know what I'm saying? What does my credit have to do with a job? Why am I being prejudged based upon my credit history, whether or not I get this job or not? See, listen, that's crazy. I want you to think about that, because people fall on hard times sometimes. You can't look at someone's credit score and determine, okay, that's how that person is. That person is not responsible. That person don't pay their bills. You know, I ain't gonna get this person this job because this person ain't reliable to pay their bills. No, man. People don't get loans and things and credit cards to not pay them. People get these things to pay them. Things happen though, right? Things happen. We lose jobs, right? We transfer jobs. You know, we get demoted. Different things happen for people, right? Different things happen for people. And it's unfortunate that some jobs nowadays are judging you based upon your credit history. Like, that's sad. That's extremely sad, because that automatically blocks certain people. Do you guys know what the statistics are as far as credit scores in this country? You guys know what the statistics are as far as the median income in this country? How many people hate their jobs? They don't like doing what they do, but they just do it anyway to show up to get a check. Like, it's insane. So my thing is, some of you guys know I just buried my mother a couple of months ago, and I'm just adamant about not wasting your time. Like, we only got one life to live on this earth. Why aren't you guys living it? And again, I'm gonna say this again. I know some people it's gonna hurt your feelings. You know, it's amazing how we as people are so monkey see, monkey do. We just monkey see, monkey do. This song is out. You know, I'm living my best life. These guys are millionaires. These guys are artists. Yes, they're living their best life. They can get up and go and do what they want to do when they want to do it. You're not living your best life if you're being dictated by a wage, folks. You're not living your best life if you are only allowed 2 vacations a year. That's not your best life. You feel me? So a lot of people out here are living their best lie. And you know, they're so caught up in trying to prove to other people that they went to the Bahamas for 4 or 5 days. Like, every freaking 5 minutes they recording something. For what? Enjoy your freaking vacation. You see what I'm saying? So what if you could do that whenever you choose to? Whenever you wanted to get up and go? What if you could be in a position where finances was no longer an issue for you, when you can just get up when you're done sleeping, right? Get up when you're done sleeping. Totally decide what you want to do with your life. And you don't have to look into your account and see how much you got in there before you do these things. You see what I'm saying? We're taught to look at the prices on the menus before we select the food that we want to select. We're taught to look at the prices on the clothes before we select the clothes that we would like to select. You know, that's what we're taught. We're taught these things. What if your life was not wrapped around that? What if money was no longer an issue for you? I want you guys to really think about that. Okay? To really think about that. And so I'm looking at this, 19 minutes into this, so I'm going to get ready to go ahead and shut this thing down. But I wanted to really hop on, share a few nuggets with you guys real quick. You know, yes, people are literally getting raises without asking their boss legally. By the way, guys, my Iconz has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So for some of you out there that are skeptical, listen, you can't be skeptical and struggling. You can't be skeptical and broke. You got to pick a struggle, folks. You got to choose one. You got to choose one. You know, you have to choose one. Or you're just going to stay where you are. It's just that simple. You're going to stay exactly where you are. Nothing is going to change for you, folks, if you don't change your situation. It is what it is. And many of you have followed me for years. You've literally seen me come up in this industry. And then you guys wait until you lose your job. You wait until the car gets repossessed. And then you want to hit me up out of desperation. You know what I'm saying? I get that all the time. Listen, I'm going to say this again. When you feel that you have a good job and things are going perfect for you, that is the time you need to start investing and having money working for you. Don't wait until they cut you loose. It happens all the time. I've been doing this 16 years. People be thinking that they have secure jobs, wake up one day, go to work, and they cut loose. And people are not planning for that. People don't expect that. But we live in a different time. You know, it's not like my grandmother when she was coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's not like some of the older people in my family when they were coming up. You know, when they got the good jobs and the pensions, and, you know, and schools had trades for people where they can learn a trade, a skill set, and go straight into the workforce. You know, it's not like that anymore. It's just not like that anymore. And you know, you got to be competitive out here. And if you don't increase your value in the marketplace, guess what? The marketplace is going to dictate how much you're worth. To me, that was a hard pill to swallow years ago when I was making $10 an hour. Don't get me wrong. I had just got out of prison. It was hard for me to get a job. Finally got a job. Started making $10 an hour. And I heard that quote, James, you get paid based upon the value that you bring to the marketplace. And I felt like, man, that's an insult to pay me $10 an hour. Don't get me wrong. I was thankful. I was grateful. But that's an insult to pay me $10 an hour because I feel like I'm worth more than $10 an hour. And guess what I did? I mean, I'm a prime example of that. That you increase your value, you will increase your pay. I went in there and I worked my tail off. I worked my tail off. Like, really worked my tail off. And I flat out changed the paradigm of the numbers at that company. You know, when I started working there, they was at like a 21% delinquency rate. 21%. Right? 21%. What y'all think about that? I came in there, and within 2.5 months, I got the delinquency down to 9%. Them folks were like, what in the hell are you doing? How are you collecting all that money from them people? What are you saying to people? Them folks flew me to Atlanta. They flew me to Atlanta. They're like, man, what are you doing? They flew me to Atlanta for 2 reasons. 2 reasons. The first reason was the fact that when I initially filled out the application, they asked, have you been convicted within the past 7 years? Which I hadn't. And so I got the job. But when the office manager got fired there, they didn't go and pick another manager from another location who'd been with the company 5-10 years. I had only been there 2 months. 2 months. You see what I'm saying? 2 freaking months. And there were other well-qualified people right there in Memphis, the Tennessee Title Loans. So qualified manager on Elvis Presley, qualified manager on Danny Thomas, qualified manager in Frazier, right? And they were all fighting for their position. Why? Because TO30, that particular store, was the highest paid in what we had something called Card Club. It was the highest paid manager. So I was one of the highest paid commission managers, but I was the lowest base pay. My base pay was $28,000. But I was averaging about $58,000 to $60,000. So most of my money came from Card Club commissions because the old manager taught me how to sell it to the customer. Amazing. All the customer had to do was read it. Read it. But you know how we do. We don't read. Read it. And it was optional. They read it. It was optional. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to even take it. But, you know, because people didn't read, we would sell it to them. And I was banking. But I was feeling bad about it because people coming in my office getting a title loan, 22% interest rate. Coming in my office getting payday loans. You know, I'm helping them temporarily, but on the back end of it, I was robbing people, man. The company was robbing people. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really feel good about that. And then network marketing came along. It totally changed my life. Totally, completely changed my life because I just didn't know that it was possible to start a business. It was possible to create leverage income. That it was possible to create residual income. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that you can do something one time and continue to get paid over and over and over and over and over and over and over, month after month, year after year, for doing something that one time. Like, that's nothing new under the sun, though. Insurance agents, y'all know what time it is with that. You see what I'm saying? You know what time it is with that. You know that model, that you can enroll someone with a policy once and you can continue to get paid residuals on that policy, okay? And so for that to be accessible for a person like myself, being that I had a background, that was everything for me. It was everything for me. It literally freed me up from having to go work for other people, you know, for many, 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 many years, okay? And so it turned out to be a blessing for me, you know, and it's funny because a lot of friends and family, they didn't get it. They just didn't get it back then. You know, they didn't get it. And so, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. And so understand that, guys, that what we're doing here now, 16 years later, you know, I had to increase my value. I had to work on me. And lo and behold, I ended up becoming a 6-figure ring earner in this industry. You see what I'm saying? So on the job, I increased my value by working my ass off, and they noticed it. You know, again, they flew me to Atlanta for 2 reasons. Number one, because of my background. They went back further. Because if I'm going to be managing the company, dealing with cash money every day, then they need to make sure that, hey, we need to make sure we can trust this guy. So they basically flew me to Atlanta to find out 2 things. One, what's up with this? What's up with your background, dude? And I basically went down there and told him. I postured up and told him, look, y'all gonna judge me based upon my background, or you gonna judge me based upon these numbers? See, I had leverage. And guess what? I said, okay. They basically told me, okay, let that money come up short. Your ass going back to jail. So that was another thing for me in corporate America that I hated. I hated having that over my head all the time, because there were people that would come in my office and get hired. They used to hate on me. You know what I'm saying? Some people come in there with master degrees and bachelor degrees, and they looking at me like, this ex-convict running this office, I'm more qualified than he is. And a few people tried to sabotage the situation, you know, but you know how God do. You know, when you got favor with God, you can't hurt God's people. You can't block God's people's blessings. You know what I'm saying? So God had a bigger purpose for my life. And so he kept me safe in that environment. He kept me safe. This store never got robbed the whole 4 or 5 years I was there. If it would have got robbed once, guess who they could have said that who set it up based upon my background? Your boy, right? I thank God that that place never got robbed. The money, even when it did come up short, I would come out of my pocket to cover it. So I went from literally making $10 an hour to $60,000 a year because I increased my value in the marketplace. And so with my econ, we are providing value to people. We're showing people how to legally, ethically, and morally adjust their W-4 because they started a business, and on the W-4 form, it states that if your financial situation changes at any given time, you need to revisit this form. You can revisit the form every single month. Guys, stop manipulating your taxes. Some people file exempt half of the year and then they do something the other half of the year. That's illegal. That can get you audited. Some people go out here and claim other people's kids on their taxes. Like, that's illegal. Don't get yourself audited doing that. Why would you do that? Why would we do that? Because that's all we know to do. Especially African American people. You know, that's what we do. You know, we want to get more money back on our taxes, so we go out here and reclaim other people's kids on our taxes. Stop doing that. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Okay? The legal, moral, ethical way to do it is to start a business. It's just that simple. Just that simple. And make the adjustment on your W-4. So hopefully that explains in a nutshell how is it legal, James, that people are getting this raise on. I mean, I've been seeing people getting $400 raise, $250 raise, $250 raise, $1,000 raise. James, I watched the video yesterday. The young lady said she $1,125 back in her paycheck. Yes. And then here's the thing. The government wants you to do it. It states it on the IRS website that 80% of Americans overpay their taxes. And they use their refunds as a forced savings. As a forced savings. And I see it every year on Facebook. Every year. Everybody balling out around February, March, April, May, buying cars, all this kind of stuff. And I've literally seen people buy a car in March, get an advance on their tax refund, which is fees. It costs money. They get their advance. They go get a car. That same car get repossessed by the summer. Because people don't have financial literacy. People don't have financial literacy. You know, they get this big refund, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in one whop, and they broke by the summer. Many people do that, and they repeat that cycle over and over and over and over again. Let me ask you a question real quick. What if you could have the government redirect that money, put it back into your pocket, and you pay off debt throughout the year, and you invest a portion of it throughout the year over the course of the next 10, 20 years? And let's just say your rate of return is anywhere from 8 to 14%, which those are real numbers that we're seeing with our investment portfolios. Guys, when you do the numbers, and when you understand the numbers, you will literally smack yourself for getting a refund all these years. You see what I'm saying? Because that makes no sense to overpay the government all year, allow them to pay you back a fraction of what they took from you. Not only that, the money that they took from you, what do you think they're doing with it? You think they just got it sitting in the bank? No. They're making boss moves with your money. They are literally earning all this interest on your money, and they ain't giving you jack. See, you see what I'm saying? That ain't smart at all. I know what we're traditionally taught, but that's not smart. It's not smart. Quick tip. Wealthy people don't get refunds. Let that sink in. And let that marinate in your spirit. Wealthy people don't get refunds. Okay? Understand that. Wealthy people do not get refunds. They stroke a check every quarter or once a year. All right? That's what's smart. You know why? Because they're telling the government, based upon where they are set up in their tax bracket, they're telling the IRS, okay, this is what we're going to pay you, versus being an employee and being robbed off top. They take the money off top. They don't even ask you. They just, boom. You guys realize that you literally work 4 months out of the year for nothing, for free? Think about it. Think about this. If a job hired you and said, you know what, you're hired, but we're not going to, you got to show up to work every day, January, February, March, April, but we're not going to pay you. Why? Because the government has to get all that. That's basically what's happening. The government is taking a third of your income off the top. And to me and to us, that makes no sense. None whatsoever. And again, I know what we've been used to doing, but ask yourself, are you extremely wealthy? Are you wealthy right now? Does your children's children have monies set aside for them? And most Americans just don't. And that's why most Americans get refunds. And that's why most Americans are living from paycheck to paycheck. Do you realize 76% of people in America are living from paycheck to paycheck? That's 7 out of 10 of y'all that's watching this video. 7 out of 10 of you guys. Almost 8 out of 10. 76%. Rounded up. That's 8 out of 10 people that's living from paycheck to paycheck. Like, you're literally 1 or 2 paychecks away from losing everything. Lights being cut off, car being repossessed, everything. And at some point, guys, we have got to just draw the line in the sand and be like, you know what, enough is enough. Like, we serve an amazing God, right? But why are we not living in abundance? If God desires for you to live in abundance, why are you not living in abundance? And us Christian folk, we got so to the point where we preach, just be content. Why? You only live one life. Be content. Why? This big old world out here that God created for us to go out and experience and explore and create memories, but we want to live in a freaking triangle our whole lives and be content with that. Not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? Not on my watch. So, you got to start making a decision, guys, and start acting on a decision. It's a $48 decision. Hello? You invest $48. The young lady got back $1,100 a month. Okay, sometimes things don't register. Sometimes words don't register with people. So let me do this. Now, this is not necessarily you, but this is an example of what is possible for you. So anywhere from 2 is what we're seeing, what I've been seeing, 2 to 1,000 on average. Probably seen 1 or 2 people get like $150 some a month extra back into their paycheck. And again, that's still huge, because look, I need you guys to participate in this real quick. Look, can you guys see that? See that? Maybe backwards. You invest 48, which is $47.90. Here's your return, $11.25. 48 once, $35 a month, right? For the software you're investing, but you're getting back $11.45 a month. Like, that's, which one is bigger? Type below which one is bigger, $11.25 a month or $35 a month. Which one is bigger, the 11 or the 35? I want you guys to see that. Let me put it in ink. Let me put it in black so y'all can see it, because I'm looking at it and my eyes are straining. Come on, guys. Let me hear from y'all real quick. Which one is bigger, man? The 11.45 or the 48? 11.25. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just gotta really use common sense, and I understand that it ain't so common these days, but you really gotta use common sense, okay? Maybe you guys can see this better. Okay, you invest $48 one time, $47.90 one time. This young lady did one strategy and she's getting back $11.25 a month. Y'all see that? $11.25 a month. This is what she's paying every month. Start with this. Started a business for $48. $48. She started a business for $48. Believe that or not, my traditional business owners, $48. I'm pretty sure it didn't cost you $48 to start your business, right? I know it didn't, because I've owned several myself. Okay, $48 one time, $34.95 a month, rounded up 35. But this is what you're paying out. This is what you're investing out, but this is what you're getting back in this particular scenario. Which one do you choose, man? Come on, guys. That's common sense. In fact, let me do it like this. 35. Let's lowball it. A month. And let's just say you're getting back $200 a month. 35 going out, 200 coming back in. Which one is bigger? You guys see what's up, man. That's common sense. And you paying less taxes all year. And you're able to write off portions of your lifestyle. After hearing this and seeing this, why would you go get a part-time job? That don't even make no sense. That don't even make good common sense to go out and get a part-time job, spend more time away from doing the things you love to do, and still paying these high-ass taxes as a W-2 employee. When you can just keep your main job, get the money back from that job, which is a whole lot more smarter than to go out and spend time away from your family doing something else. And you barely making $100 a week. You see what I'm saying? Most part-time jobs ain't paying you no more than a couple $100 a week. So, listen, it's $48 to start. If you guys want to get this information, you want to get started, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and share this video. And go ahead and comment info below or inbox me. Look, man, I'm ready. $48, yeah, man, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you make. You can make whatever you want to make. You can make $100,000 a day if you want to. But if you don't understand what to do with it, you guys see people win the lottery and be broke all the time. You guys see athletes and entertainers be broke, and you be saying to yourself, this person had $300 million. How the hell do you spend $300 million? My God, if I had $300 million. Some of you know some of you guys get when you see and hear stories like that. Because people have not been educated about finances. It's just that simple. All right. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this answers up some questions that I've been getting in my inbox. Stay lit. Y'all stay inboxing me about this information. And it's interesting because when you request the information and I send you the information, many of you are not taking the time to look at it. But you asking questions. Like, watch the information. It's going to answer your questions for you. Okay? Make it easy for yourself so you can understand what's going on. All right? So I'm not going to post the link up above. You know, I want to make sure that you guys know how to follow instructions. Like the video, share the video, comment below. And then I will send you the information. Okay? Because see, if you can do that, then once you get started with us, guess what you also can do? You can go into your back office, you can click on the little button, you can watch a video. Those are simple instructions, right? And learn how to adjust your W-4 and then apply it. You know, it's amazing. A lot of people just don't, they can't seem to follow instructions. So they miss out on their blessing because they don't follow simple instructions, okay? So like the video, share the video, and I'll get you the information, okay? Like the video, share the video, comment more info below. In fact, don't comment more info below. Comment I'm ready below, okay? Comment I'm ready. There's too many of y'all request more info. We call them infonaires. Y'all be requesting more info and you don't do anything with the information. For the life of me, I don't understand that. You know your financial situation way better than I do. Stop fronting on Facebook, folks. Stop fronting like you balling out here on Facebook and you know your credit jacked up. You know you making $10, $11, $12 an hour. Okay? Stop it. Okay? Stop fronting. You know, you're trying to impress people that don't even really like you. That don't even really care about you. Like, what's the point in that? For your own self-esteem, to make you feel good, right? Whatever you got to do to make yourself feel good, right? Do your thing. I'm not going to tell you how to do your Facebook, okay? Do your Facebook how you want to do your Facebook. My philosophy is, though, I am not going to be broke and struggling on Facebook every 5 damn minutes posting something about nothing. And I'm not sharing value to people. And I'm not providing value to people. You see what I'm saying? That, to me, that don't make no sense. Why would you waste your time on social media and you struggling? And you broke. Many of you have expressed this to me already. Like, some of y'all so quick to say I'm broke. Like, you proud to be broke. Nobody in their 30s and their 40s and 50s and 60s should be proud to say, James, I'm broke. And be proud of it. And allow that to keep you from putting yourself in a position to not ever have to say that again. To not ever have to say, I'm broke again. Put yourself in position to not ever have to say that. Listen, guys, you got to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable temporarily for a minute so you can become comfortable for the rest of your life. But that's the problem. A lot of you guys are complacent. You're comfortable. You're comfortable, but you're not living. And that's a sin and a shame. To not live, but you comfortable out here on this earth. All right? So y'all know I love y'all, man. Sometimes I hit you in the mouth. Look, say, Alex, get over it. I say things because I love you guys. I truly care. I truly care. You know what I'm saying? What? Is that Mr. Darnell Self watching? Guys, I have got to say this. Because this guy right here, this one guy, Mr. Darnell Self, go follow him. Oh my God, I'm about to get emotional. Don't do that to me, Mr. Darnell Self. Bro, don't get on my live like that, man. Like, this brother just struck a nerve. Guys, this guy, Darnell Self, let me just say this about this guy. He was named Entrepreneur of the Year by the National Black Chamber of Commerce twice. He's been in Ebony magazine. He's been in Essence magazines. And his team is like 500,000 strong right now. Right now, he's in Iceland with the team. This brother has poured into me. This one brother has poured into me over my 16-year career more than any other person. More than any other person. Mr. Self, I don't think you know that, sir. But yes, I still hop on TMV Sunday night calls to get the nuggets. In my opinion, TMV is the best training I've ever had. ever. And it's all because of that brother Darnell Self. Just a remarkable brother, man. Changed my freaking life. Totally changed my life. And, you know, he's helped, I don't know what, TV got what, 80-something ring earners right now? Like 20, 30-something millionaires. You know what I'm saying? That's insane to be able to empower the masses like that. How is he able to do that? He increases his value in the marketplace. He's increased his value in the marketplace. And the marketplace considers him an extremely valuable individual, to the point where he's earned all this recognition and all these awards. Been in Ebony magazine, Essence magazines, National Black Chamber of Commerce of the Year. National Black Chamber of Commerce named him Entrepreneur of the Year twice. It may have been more than that. I only know of only 2. And so, Mr. Self, I want to say that one speech you gave, I can't remember where we were, but it was about the Underground Railroad by Harriet Tubman. You did that speech, brother, and that literally had me in tears, to the point where my heart just went out for my people. To me, that ignited a fire in me to really, 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 really want to uncover the veil over people's eyes out here, because people are literally walking through life blinded. So, Mr. Darnell Self, thank you, sir, for hopping on this live, and it's a blessing to see your name shoot across my screen, brother. You know, it's amazing. You know, we was working together from like 2002 to like 2008, something like that, 6-7 years. And again, like I said, I still plug into their calls, because I truly feel they have the best training, period, in network marketing. And the proof is in the pudding. They backed it up with the success stories. So shouts out to my brother Darnell Self for hopping on my live. And for those of you that don't know who he is, follow Mr. Self. He is a multi-millionaire who has created multi-millionaires within his organization, all across North America and some parts of Canada. Okay, very, very humble brother, and I'm very humbled to see his name on my live watching. So listen, guys, take care of yourselves, guys. Take charge of yourself. God bless each and every one of you. Again, you guys see the caption. You know, we're helping these people get these raises immediately on their jobs. First time I've ever been in that situation in network marketing, you know, without teaching them to recruit and sell. Join, boom, see 800 back in their checks. That's the first for me. We're crushing it, we're rocking. You guys are seeing all these people ranking up on the team. It's just phenomenal. Credit scores are increasing. It's just phenomenal. And the price point is only $47.90. So let's rock and roll, folks. I know I've been a minute on this live. I'm pretty sure you guys got value. And again, once again, if you're watching this live, type 1 for me so I can know that you caught the live. Type number 1 for me. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and type replay for me. And if this is your first time hopping on my live, I need you to just type new below so I can know that you are a new person who's watching this live. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys. James R. Dave sign out. Peace.